more. Bia T, Gibu Khan, Passeche, Gifoy, Bia, Gifoy, Bia, not Gifoy, Bia. Sure, long as campaign, she takes over, sure, long
I can tell you now we gonna be famous.
Hey, get it, oh. I
can tell you now we gonna be famous.
I
can tell you now we gonna be famous.
I
can tell you now we gonna be famous. Hey.
Manongo, Gil, Jad, Kurani. Cassper, man.
Yeah.
At that time when you were falling in love with it,
I forgot Siashizi.
Yeah.
Siashizi. Yeah, that entire Deep Soweto clique. Yeah. Askis Bafit. Yo. Big shout out to Cassper, Siashizi. They did a whole huge movement about it. And they're still doing it.
The good thing is they're still doing it.
Yeah, and about F-Easy. I didn't mention about F-Easy. I didn't mention. There's a lot of cats that I didn't mention.
So we pick up two already because the question was exactly that.
Yeah.
At that time, 5 people that you feel or they were the babies are the coach hall.
Yeah.
They were stitching this whole game together.
Yeah.
5 cats.
Pro Kid, definitely.
And Pro Kid is the baby. But his name is always somewhere there in the top 5.
It's the reason why, especially Gimme, it's because he revolutionized how I listened to Cassper. To me, Cassper, they were doing Cassper, but there was a bit of Siashes is a comic, or back then it sounded more like comedy. So he had comic punchlines. Abanye, they sounded rough, you know, like ngizokwaza, ngizokuhlaba, ngizokuthunga. So the influence, I did not want to go with something enjalo, but the minute Pro Kid jumped on the scene, or Pro Kid made being a Venek rapper cool, man. He made being a Soweto boy dope, dog. Like, hey man, you know. So I think that's the one reason why his name will always come up in my top 5s. So it's Pro Kid. I'd say Deep Soweto. I won't say Siashes, I'll say Deep Soweto because each member had a contribution. I'm trying to think Venek, actually, because Motswako rap, I'm thinking Venek automatically. F-Easy did a great lot for Cassper rap in my perspective.
True.
True. I spoke of Vice the 13th. They had a whole movement that they did, Nabo Black Faith. That was an entire movement. So that's my 4. And I can never, in the entire Motswako rap movement, I'm sorry, Bafetu, if I left everyone else out, I cannot leave out Molemi. Molemi he's had a very huge influence outside of Pro. So I take Pro Kid and I take Molemi.
Yes.
And I'd say those were my top 2. Anywhere, any day.
Because Molemi was conceptual.
Storytelling.
Yes.
So it boils back, Pro Kid, storytelling. That's why I said I fell in love with Nas, storytelling. It's always been about storytelling with me. Yeah.
So we're going to go 10 years from now and they're going to remember you and they will say, Medaphorz,
storytelling. Storytelling.
Tell those stories.
Yeah,
you don't tell those stories. They used to use rocks and other forms, tablets, to leave
footprints
for us. Mind you, look at us where we are in the digital age. We have the opportunity to tell a story now. It reaches China now.
Now, true.
It changes the world now.
True.
I remember Ipoen Gambek. I think it was the Stunna when I'm an African poet.
I'm an African. Yeah. No, it spread like wildfire. If I hear that speech. Yeah. No, it traveled.
Touching on politics, man. politically, when Maubeng Mzanzi, Tina rapper, do we have a place to direct the course of history in as far as this country is concerned? Or see free and independent now, we are a rainbow nation, kwamele sinagogunye, sicule ngemali, namantombazana and the lifestyles?
Well,
I'm saying that because rap, especially in the US, and rap, Chico Twala, as you were saying earlier on, easy rap, it actually had an influence on the course of history.
Yeah. Initially, the art form of rap, it was meant to be for expressing, for spreading knowledge, for enlightening. Okay, the current state esikuso, whether gusekasi or politically or the entire country, with freedom, and we could be political revolutionists, but also at the same time we are playing in an industry that does not want you to be that revolutionist.
Yeah, they want you to entertain.
They want you to entertain. Like as Funus Cheluguti, the government is doing this, take your mask off, hey, this is a conspiracy 1, 2, 3. Just tell people to shake their butt and do the challenge and tour again. Yeah, so there's no substance that the industry is looking for. Hence, I keep saying, if you want to do something for your industry, then okay, do whatever you want to do for your industry. But if you want to do something for the people, for the fans, for the masses, be you, be original. Give people a substance. People are always looking for substance. And the right people, once they come across your material, then you're
like
good.
Like you and us.
Yeah. Thank you for actually coming across my material.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
at its peak, Ikasi Rap, where did you feel it could be? Or how, in as far as you concerned, did it achieve what it set out to achieve?
No.
It was a fluke.
I'm saying it could have gone further. Because the Ikasi Rap, in essence, to me, what Ikasi Rap did is, I grew up on Kwaito. Ikasi Rap replaced Kwaito for me. Because Kwaito was a way of expressing ukuthi ekasi kwenzakalani, whether it be politically, whether it be entertainment, whether it be spiritually. But Kwaito had that essence of, we are telling ghetto stories. And Ikasi Rap, for me, became that new ghetto storyteller outside of Kwaito, when Kwaito slowly started dying. In
a more emphatic way, because that's 16 bars loaded per verse.
Yeah.
Not 2 lines.
Yeah. You know, because now Kwaito, it was to express. So in those 2 bars, or in those 2 lines, they got the message out. You know, Kibela, Pezgwendlu, you know. But you knew, okay, no, I lay mzonkonko, la is how. You know. So when Ikasi Rap came through and Upro Kid did Hozuzobabona, it still tells a story sasekas, because says Kibela Pezgwendlu, angeke Kibela Pezgwendlu suburbs. Wenzani ngoba zokubuza uthi wenzani manje wena you know. But then but kasi it's understandable. Na ngiyamfethu Meda Phezgwendlu, Meda wenzani Phezgwendlu antwana uyazi imfana ziyawo i-lifestyle yakhona, you know. And with Pro Kid or with Ikasi Rap, when it came through and did or represented the hood, it became easy for me to just transition and say, okay, that's why it go easy for me ukuthi ngifuna ukushaya even rap, because I was not able to do it quite. I was probably going to do it quite if bekuyikhatse quite. Yeah, but I wouldn't do it quite yabomntu. I'd do it quite yakazola or TKZ, because I've got more words. I've always got more to say.
So you're saying Ikasi Rap has not fulfilled its true potential?
It's exposed itself as a genre, or as a as a baby or as a being, but it has not grown and matured and given birth to the next generation. There's no next generation eKasi rap that I've come across, even if zikhona le ntwana, but iKasi rap azange create the platform for one.
And Kwaito did create millionaires.
Kwaito created a Motswako. Motswako itself created a platform, because look at now, we've got Cassper, we've got Khuli Chana, we've got Ntate Stunna, we've got Malume Vector. They are confident because they've already been, there was a level that was placed for them. Hence, there will always be a place for Venek rap. That's why I do Venek rap. I don't do Kasi rap. Meaning, I could do Kasi rap. Yeah, I've got a couple tracks that I do that could fall into the Kasi rap field, but also because I do a track what's happening langaphandle. Like, for instance, if I may, there's a GBV track we once did with a good friend of mine, Quina, and it wouldn't be Kasi rap because the lyrics go something like Vele bafita nizwile. How many women do we gotta get killed? I pray we open our eyes to realize sesiphelile femicide. Baba somandla ngiyacela bavule indlebe ngoba kumele ngibatshele. Abafithu babulala mama abantwana kunzima balale bedlile. Now, already there's no content that says Kasi, but it's Venek. So that's why I say I do Venek rap, but I don't do Kasi rap strictly.
More discussion here.
Yeah.
Are there elements that you can think of that derailed the Kasi rap or derailed the movement in general with Venek rap?
Rap is a competitive sport. Ikasi itself has competitive niggas and competitive people. It's easier to compete with you than to collaborate with you. So the competition amongst Kasi rappers is what's killing the Kasi rap itself, because we don't want to create a table for everyone to sit at and eat. I want to eat on my own. I don't care whether ngidla grapes or ngidla ikota, or but mangihleli ngiyi-one kudla mina ngiyi-one, so that nina ngizongaya ama-crumbs. That is the problem with the entire movement eKasi rap, because there's people who think they are gatekeepers, but what gate are you keeping to an industry or to a genre that has not yet created itself? You know, so people need to stop competing amongst themselves and seeing the next nigga as competition. Instead, they should be able to be humble enough and approach and say, hey, Ntwana, ngize 1, 2, 3, man, asihlale phansi and work on a concept so. How can we do that? I'm the type of cat who is able to go or walk up to the next artist and say, hey, Ntwana, ngizwe into kanje na kanje mfana. I'd like to work with you. Uzizwa kanjani mfana? And then, more often than not, the pride in a nigga makes him think, Uguti, there's this superiority complex, man. Abantu bacabanga ukuthi they are better than the next person. You think you are doper, or you think ukuthi I want to use your platform, or you think ukuthi I umeda kushuthi njengoba anga-approacha uyabona ukuthi nginswembu, so ngoba unswembu bami uzofuna ukup-exploita, or I'm gonna make his track nice. Relax ntwana amange ngishayine ngawe. Hey, ngiyashisa. You know, I don't have to necessarily be in your face and telling you ukuthi ngiyashisa, but
lento eshoyo ngikhumbuza movie.
Yeah.
Movie set or film, the creation of the film from pre-production to post.
Yeah.
There's different heads.
It's a team, King.
You're not gonna undermine the director because you brought the money.
No.
You're not gonna undermine the actor because you are the director.
No.
Everybody has a role.
Everyone has a role, and people need to understand that role. Ukuthi angeke uzuyenze lento engiyenzayo, nama angeke ngenze leyo yenzayo, or else I wouldn't have fetched you, dog. I would have just done the entire track on my own, of which I do my own stuff, vele, because and the reason why I do my own thing, it's to create a sense of value. By the time I approach you, you must know ukuthi I'm seeing something valuable in you. When if you think ukuthi I want to use that to my advantage, it's because when you usually use such people to your advantage. Now you think ukuthi everyone wants to use you, like
what you just said, bro.
That's the thing, dog. Because when you are that type of person, you think everyone else is out to get you. The world is not against you. Sometimes relax, uphuza amanzi, and hit a plant. But you are valuable on your own without that nigga. So the problem is people have a superiority complex. Yoguti mozom approacher already ucabanga ukuthi awufuna ukungiuza. Ngoba yena make approach abantu uya ngokuba khawata. So it's the mindset ye con man. Same thing ozothola for instance uCherry ozobamba ifone yakho every 2 days scroller through your phone wanting to accuse you of something because she's doing something yena angafuni ukuthi wena uyithole, so that by the time you find out she can say yeah but now uyayenza.
Tell us about your standout moments in your career so far.
Well, I've done Capsule Put Me On. This was before it was called Sports Scene Put Me On. Yeah. So I did Capsule Put Me On 2018. I got nominated into the top 6 artists or upcoming artists as I say essay, because there was like thousands and thousands of people who was just applying for that, and I managed to be somewhere there. Thank you, Capsule.
What did you need to actually get to the top 6? Votes?
It was votes. It was votes because what they did is Capsule had their own Instagram page. So what you do is you post your 16 bars and then you tag a Capsule, and then Capsule takes that and then they repost it. And then depending on how many people like your post on their page, then they can say, okay, can you please rock up, and do something. So it was Capsule. I've done a couple political rallies. Yeah, I'm not a political somebody, but I've done some rallies for the current party. And this was in Mamelodi. They were having a campaign. I was on stage. I think Jacob Zuma was still the president back then. So I've done those. I've done universities. I've done, in fact, there's a lot, but as for standouts, I'd say, yeah, those are my top 3. I'd say the rallies that I've done for government, or for the ANC, now I can say it. And then it's the Capsule. And then recently I just did a Massive Metro. Done Massive Metro. Before Massive Metro, I've done a couple other radio stations that are Baobizan, local based.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rise of the Yanos.
Yeah.
Good or bad for hip hop?
Good or bad for hip hop?
I don't. Hip hop particularly.
On a personal note, it's not bad for hip hop. Why do I say it's not bad for hip hop? Because rappers are always rappers. Whether there's Yanos or there's rock and roll or there's R&B or there's gospel. Look, if you rap, you rap. If you wanna rap on Yanos, rap on Yanos. If you wanna, I'm not gonna criticize you for rapping on a rock and roll beat. If you sit nice and it sounds proper, hey, you dope. If you can rap on a gospel beat and you sit nice, hey, so why should I beef with you if you rap on a Yanos beat? The thing is, you are a rapper. You are expressing yourself. Express yourself on anything, dog. We were expressing ourselves on drums. Just drum, dog. So, fakani piano. Nenzeni into eniyenzayo bafethu. Hayi, nami ngida. Ngilizi.
Sure.
Yeah.
Does ikasi township setup contribute to the stop-start progress of i-rap or ama-artist asemzansi?
Yeah, ikasiyal sapotani man. Kasal sapotani. Ikasi libhayilana ubuso, libhayilana iskelem kuya ngokuthubani. So you find yourself in a situation where you do what you do, but you feel like you are not progressing in it. That's why bathi kwamele uphume ekasi lakho. Your customers are strangers. Labantu abala aroundini angibakwazi like ba share isinkwa nawe ba. And earlier on, like I was saying, there's this thing, a competition. So ikasi vele I won't lie, man.
Is that not a symptom of izinto zayenzeka?
It's a programming. It's a very serious, deep programming that goes beyond us. It's not our generation. It's not even a generation yabo ma-olid bethu. It could have been a generation yabo mkhulu bethu. You know, because abo khokho bethu baphuma le emakhaya. Abo mkhulu bethu yibo ke who started traveling and so as a result, we've even lost the generational wealth as indigenous people, because manje sikhuluma kanje we are having an interview ngise Rockville eSoweto, but my great grandparents were not from Soweto, so meaning the land that they had is not the land that I'm sitting on now. Now I'm fighting, or I want land, but I want land in a place that I didn't even inherit. I was supposed to be there. If I was there, then we could have said a lot of things. Yeah. I rock up, vela fit. But fit, King Sotra, no, yeah. Yeah, no, King Sotra, but fit.
Marifoni yami beyaphi so?
Uyifake plastic.
Awuzi uthi yasinda le plastic noma hamba na.
No, yes, chances are maybe ayifakwanga yimi maybe. Bengekho phezulu kweplastic. Maybe absent minded. Ngithe mangibona uSotra ngadonsa i-ridings iphone ngavele nga.
Enye jezi boy obe printing. Amara Sotra wisabotage ntwana.
Kamba.
Ngifisa ukuthi weyintwana yami straight like my light. Engizoyi abuse le.
Mama.
Let out weekend from Vaso.
From Zuurbekom. There's a guy
in social media or direct.
Through a mutual somebody.
Oh,
Shoot out he does the same work that you do.
Yeah.
OP, he does B podium zone. Editor. Yeah, he was working with Good TV at some point. So he does a lot of things.
It's
a small industry.
I like us to get your wish of
small industry.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. You good to everybody.
No matter community builder.
Sometimes it's PU. You
build the community.
Community builder.
It's PU. Nothing special.
Episode influencer. I think R.i.p RapIsPower influencers producer. When are you going to be the first influencer? Una skeleton when I saw it.
And I say,
yeah, let me make it
just say no bad.
Let's go, young Sam, yep, alphabetical order. I'm a young hustler, like a brain disorder. I'm the only reason I'm disturbing your shoulder. I'm a baller, and yes, I'm a straight like a ruler. And yes, I got a nice six-pack in a cooler. And yes, I got more gold than your jeweler. I am so hot, definition of burning. The night never comes, cause I'm earning the morning. You call me Spider-Man, call me the goblin. I be eating your girl, that's why they call me.